Welcome to Inside Out, mental health at work and in life, where we explore what it really means to show up for one another in the workplace, not just in policy, but in practice. Over the past few weeks, I've found myself having the same conversation again and again with mental health first aiders, HR professionals, leaders, and teams across different sectors. And one theme keeps coming up: engagement is down. Morale feels flat. Disconnection is creeping in. People are busy, stretched, emotionally spent. For many, just getting through the day feels like enough of an achievement. And in that climate, the idea of adding something extra, like supporting mental health, can feel overwhelming, even to those who care deeply. But here's the truth that gets missed far too often. This work, the work of creating mentally healthy, human workplaces, isn't about doing more. It's not a campaign with a catchy name. It's not a task to tick off after a long list of priorities. It's a way of being, and yet, very few leaders see it that way. Most leaders aren't mental health first aiders themselves, and while they don't have to be, many also haven't taken the time to truly understand what that role represents, not just in function, but in mindset. It's not about diagnosing, fixing, or even offering solutions. It's about noticing, about responding, about being someone who leads with humanity, not just authority. So what does that look like in practice? It's the moment where you genuinely ask someone, "How are you really doing today?" It's the tone you set when things go wrong, whether you default to blame or curiosity. It's the way you handle someone's silence with impatience or with care. It's the consistency of showing up, not just when people are performing, but when they're struggling. And when these actions come from leaders, not just well-being champions or HR teams, the impact ripples. Because your team watches not just what you say, but how you are. In meetings, in emails, in the corridor when you think no one's paying attention. And right now, those ripples matter more than ever. We're in a period where disconnection is becoming the norm, where people feel like cogs in a machine, their value measured in output, their well-being relegated to optional extras. The danger in that isn't just burnout, it's apathy. It's people quietly checking out while still showing up. The antidote isn't grand gestures or expensive programs. It's everyday leadership that communicates, through action, that people matter, that their emotional lives are welcome here, not hidden behind a professional mask. So if you're a leader of a team, a project, a culture, ask yourself, what are the small things I can do that show people I'm not just managing them, I'm alongside them? Am I modeling a way of working that integrates care, or one that ignores it until crisis hits? Am I showing my team that mental health is part of our daily reality, not a separate conversation for when things get bad? Because this work, this way of being, doesn't require loudness. But it does require intention. And it starts with leaders being willing to reflect on how they show up, even on the hard days, even when it's inconvenient. Keep going. The impact you make might be more powerful than you realize. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Inside Out, Mental Health at Work and in Life. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. And, as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's keep this conversation going. Drop us a message or connect with us on social media. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.